Thank you for listening to GCN. Be sure to visit GCNlive.com today.
Okay, so we were talking about phosphorus yesterday. I love the stuff. The light bearer, phosphorus. It's been a subject of mystery and interest for chemists for centuries. The first phosphorus was actually obtained from urine. We lose lots of phosphorus in our urine, and that's the first place they found phosphorus, or they isolated phosphorus. Kind of an interesting, there's a sort of an interesting historical aspect to phosphorus and how it was first discovered. It was really homeopathic chemists and occultists were always fascinated by the idea that phosphorus could emit light. Phosphorus, the light bearer. It's one of the basic minerals that the body is composed of. The Chenops elements, carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen, phosphorus, and sulfur. It's a sparking substance, works with oxygen. And it's very, very important for the electrical nature of the body in the form of what are called phospholipids, which are one of my all-time favorite nutritional supplements. Phospholipids. They're inexpensive. They're multifunctional, and they're very effective for the digestive system. Of course, the major phospholipid is lecithin. Lecithin is basically synonymous with phospholipids. Lecithin contains an element of phosphorus attached to fat. The combination of phosphorus and fat gives it some really interesting properties, especially for the digestive system. Lecithin it's a major component of bile if you're dealing with a gallbladder problem, or you're dealing with fat malabsorption issues, or you just want to get more bang for your fat buck. If you want to get more benefits from your fatty nutrients and your fatty foods, use them with lecithin. Take a teaspoonful or half a teaspoonful of lecithin in water, stir it up, and drink it down. It makes your smoothies nice and creamy. If you're making a protein smoothie, the combination of protein and water and lecithin creates a nice creamy concoction. In the natural world, lecithin is found pretty much everywhere. All cells and plants and animals make the stuff. It's found in the brain, it's found in the nervous system, it's found in the heart, it's found in the kidneys, it's found in all the glands of the body, especially the thyroid gland and the adrenal gland. The adrenal thyroid complex, which forms the third point of what I call the triangle of disease. And lecithin is super easy to get. It can be found pretty much in any health food store. It's cheap. You can get it for maybe $8-9 a pound. Most of it comes from soy. So if you're going to start to incorporate lecithin into your diet as a supplement, look for non-GMO lecithin, preferably organic lecithin. You can get it in granules. You can get it in capsules. There's so many benefits to using this stuff, it's hard to know where to begin. One of the most important roles, of course, for lecithin involves fats. Lecithin's electrical nature is a result of its very interesting structure, which is both water-soluble and fat-soluble. Lecithin has a water-soluble nature and a fat-soluble nature. It's, in chemistry, we say it's hydrophilic and lipophilic. Hydrophilic, water-loving. Lipophilic, fat-loving. And lecithin is both hydrophilic and lipophilic. Chemists say call it amphiphilic, meaning it's both water-loving and fat-loving. And this whole idea of the nature of watery chemicals and fatty chemicals, we talk about it a lot here on the bright side, and it very well could be the most important distinction in all of biochemistry and all of nutrition. Water solubility versus fat solubility. Water-soluble substances carry electricity. Water-soluble substances, when they're in water, are electrical. Electrolytes tend to be water-soluble or are water-soluble. And fat-soluble materials store electricity. So fatty materials have a storage capacity for electricity. Watery materials can conduct electricity. And there's a very important relationship between the two, water-soluble and fat-soluble. And bringing the two together, it can be really, really helpful and really, really important. Your B vitamins are water-soluble, potassium, calcium, magnesium, they're water-soluble, and then your EFAs and fatty vitamins and the phytonutrients, plant nutrients, are also fat-soluble. Fat-soluble stuff requires a little bit more work for the body to handle, and this is where emulsifiers come in. Lecithin is an emulsifier. Lecithin is a component of bile, which is the body's natural emulsifier. Bile, via its lecithin component, acts to turn fatty materials into watery materials. Fat-soluble lipophilic materials, your essential fatty acids and your vitamin E and D and A and K and beta-carotene and all the carotenes, lutein, zeaxanthin, and flavonoids. These all are very difficult, or relatively difficult, for the body to process, but by turning them into watery materials, bile makes them easy for the body to work with. It makes lipophilic substances hydrophilic so that they can now dissolve in water. And this process of turning fatty material into watery material is something we all experience every day when we wash our dishes. When you put soap on your greasy, oily pots and pans and dishes, or on your clothes in terms of laundry detergent or anything else you want to clean, that's what cleaning is. Cleaning is actually taking fat-soluble material and making it water-soluble. Even something as mundane as washing your face is an example of emulsification. It's an example of making fatty material watery. Dirt tends to be fatty. And water tends to be watery, obviously. If you just put water on top of dirt, it's just going to smear it around. You're not going to get rid of the dirt on your face. But if you put an emulsifier in between the water from your tap and the dirt on your face, that emulsifier will pull the dirt into the water. It'll make the dirt water soluble, and voila, it rinses right off. That's what soap is all about. Soap is the classic example of an emulsifier. It takes the oil-soluble dirt, which tends to be sticky and oily, turns it into water-soluble material so it flows right off when you rinse it with water from your tap. Well, guess what? Bile does the same thing in the digestive system. It's your body's natural soap. All right, I'm Pharmacist Ben. We'll continue when we come back from our break.
Extend your life with Extendovite, a 7-herb combination made from garlic, cayenne, bilberry, hawthorn, ginkgo biloba, valerian, and milk thistle. Each herb was chosen for their abilities to help improve irregular heartbeats, chest pain, lower cholesterol, as well as normalize blood pressure and clean and strengthen arteries, plus much, much more. Doctors have taken people off of some or all of their pills just because they believe their patients got better while taking Extendovite. Get the dependability of Extendovite. Just see how you feel in 6 months. A 2-month supply of either capsules or liquid is only $69.95 plus shipping and handling. Call 1-877-928-8822. That's 1-877-928-8822 or visit heartdrop.com.
Extend your life with Extendovite.
By now you know that wireless technology like cell phones do in fact pose dangers to the health and privacy of everyone. Block-It Pocket's wide range of products are unmatched in providing the protection you deserve. No scare tactics, just common sense. BlockItPocket.com offers quality American-made options to alleviate and eliminate these invisible dangers. Learn more at BlockItPocket.com or call 888-315-9618. BlockItPocket.com, enhancing health and privacy.
The Genesis Communications Network is one of America's premier broadcasters of captivating talk radio. We thank you for listening. Now, just imagine, there are thousands of people who are just as passionate about radio as you are. But what you may not realize is how easy and affordable it is to advertise with us. Radio commercials for your business could be heard on hundreds of radio stations across the U.S. every day. We can help you by creating an effective radio advertising campaign for your company. From script writing to producing your commercial, just like the one you're listening to right now. No other network provides the level of customer service we do. When it comes to radio advertising, we are your one-stop shop. And no matter how big or small your business is, we can help. Email us at advertise@gcnlive.com, and an experienced advertising executive will help you take the first step towards driving more customers to your business or website. Advertise@gcnlive.com. Easy, affordable, effective.
Destroy harmful bacteria, allergens, bed bugs, dust mites, fleas in your home with the Ladybug Steam Vapor System. The Ladybug dives deep on surfaces without any toxic residue. Traditional control agents contain toxic chemicals which do more harm than good. Sanitize and disinfect using just water. Quick, fast, and surprisingly easy.
Find out more now by calling 800-997-6584. Ask for Randy. That's 800-997-6584. Or go to advap.com/GCN. That's advap.com/GCN.
We're talking about bile and emulsification and lecithin. I love lecithin, man. Inexpensive, wonderful source of phospholipids for the digestive system, also for brain health, also for heart health, also for the health of the kidneys and the health of all the glands in the body. Lecithin is the quintessential natural emulsifying agent. You probably heard that term, emulsifying agent. Emulsifiers bring water and oil together. We participate in emulsion chemistry, emulsifier chemistry, every time we wash our face or every time we wash dishes. Emulsifying chemistry is about making fat-soluble material, which tends to be sticky, into water-soluble substances which flow. Bile does the same thing in our digestive system. That's why bile is said to be the body's natural soap, the body's natural detergent. It has a cleansing activity. It's a cleanser. It cleanses the food. It cleanses our food. It breaks up the oils in our food and the fats in our food and makes them more water soluble. It makes the fats, which ordinarily would be difficult for the body to process, EFAs, fatty vitamins, carotenes, flavonoids, phytonutrients, and makes them more watery, which is why you want to keep your gallbladder, because the gallbladder is a storage bag of bile. It's a bag of bile. Bladder is a term for a bag, and that's what the gallbladder is. It's a bag that concentrates and holds on to bile. Without a gallbladder, you're not going to be able to process fats as effectively. I know we say it probably once or twice a week on this program, but considering 500,000 gallbladders are removed every year, it's important to reinforce that, to keep saying that. Keep your gallbladder. Having stones is not a reason to take your gallbladder out, unless you're in this emergency condition, of course, if you're in miserable pain maybe, and that's unfortunate because for the rest of your life you're not going to be able to process your fats as effectively. And don't pay any attention to any boneheaded medical professional that says you don't need a gallbladder. Yes, they say that. You don't need a gallbladder. I've heard doctors say that. You don't need a gallbladder. It's bizarre, it's idiotic, and it's unfair. And really, the only reason we would ever pay attention to a medical professional who says you don't need your gallbladder is because we don't understand what the gallbladder is or what bile is about. Yes, without a gallbladder, it's true, you'll still have some bile activity. A trickle of it will come in through from your liver, but you're going to be majorly compromised. Bile is the body's natural soap, the body's natural detergent. And not only does it help us process fats and vitamins and phytonutrients, it's also important for detoxification, as we've talked about in the past. And there's a very, very important relationship between bile and probiotics and gut bacteria. And gut bacteria turn bile into active hormones that feed or that activate the intestine, that help sustain and turn on intestinal activity. So this whole thing, bile and probiotics and the intestine and fats and fatty vitamins, it's all connected. And you can't just pull out parts and expect to maintain your health. So emulsification is the process of turning fats into water or into watery-like substances. And water and fats are the most fundamental, probably the most fundamental distinction in all of nutrition and chemistry, and that makes emulsification probably the most important of all the chemical reactions in the body and in nutrition, or one of the most important chemical reactions in the body and in nutrition. And bile is how it's done. And the chemical that does it in bile is lecithin. Lecithin is the quintessential natural biochemical emulsifier. Lecithin's like an adapter. It has a female side and a male side. Just like if you have a cord and you want to with a male end and you want to plug it into a socket that has a female opening, you go to Radio Shack, you get an adapter that has one side that's male and another side is female, so you can modify your male plug so it'll fit into your female socket. Lecithin is like that. It's like an adapter. It adapts. It has one end that fits to water and one end that fits to fat. It brings the two together, just like an adapter brings two sides together on an electrical cord. It's a phospholipid. That's the technical term. One end is phosphorus. Phosphorus is water soluble, and the other end is lipid. Lipid is fat soluble. Because phosphorus is water soluble, you basically have a chemical with one end fat and the other water. And this allows lecithin to bring the two together. Lecithin is an emulsifying agent, and this is what accounts for its incredible value as a nutritional supplement. And also, by the way, lecithin is an important ingredient in skincare for this reason. I use lecithin all the time as an emulsifying agent. It's a gentle, natural emulsifying agent. Emulsions are the most common type of skincare product. Creams and lotions are classic examples of emulsions. Creams and lotions are pretty much the same thing. Cream has less water. A cream is about 60% to 75% water. A lotion maybe 80 to 90% water. That alone, by the way, tells you why skincare is such a huge business. Most products are anywhere from 65 to 90% water. You're paying a lot of money for water with your skincare products. The rest of a skincare product is going to be made with fatty components, oil, wax, silicone, and they'll typically make up 5 to 20% of your product. Sometimes they'll throw in a little glycerin or propylene glycol to create a little slick sensation. And if you have a real deluxe product, you maybe get 2% active ingredient or 3% active ingredient. If you buy Truth products, you're going to get 80% active ingredient or 40% active ingredient or 30% active ingredient. You're going to get a lot of activity. But if you buy your typical standard salon product or department store product, you're lucky if you get 3% or 5% active ingredient. Most skincare products, the cheapo ones, you're not even going to get that. Some skincare products don't have any active ingredients. It's all wax and oil and water and preservative and fragrance. So in any case, the main point is that all that water, 65% water, up to 90% water, has to somehow blend with the oil and the silicone and the wax, which are of a completely different nature. They're lipophilic, they're fat soluble, and somehow the water has to combine, and that's where the emulsifying agent comes in. If you look at your ingredient deck, and we should all be looking at ingredient decks. Whenever we're buying a skincare product, that's the way you tell how good a skincare product is. Well, the best way to tell how good your skincare product is what it's doing to your skin. Does it change the quality of your skin? Not is your skin soft after you put the moisturizer on. That's just wax you're feeling and oil. But does your skin quality change over the course of days and weeks and months? That's how you assess the value of a skincare product. Does it create changes in your skin? Beneficial changes, smoother skin, softer skin, younger looking skin, less wrinkly skin, healthier skin, over the course of days and weeks and months. Of course, if you're making a buying decision, you don't have days and weeks and months. So the next best way is to look at the ingredient deck. And that's what you want to know. That's what you want to understand. It's the ingredients and the ingredient deck. All right, I'm Pharmacist Ben. We'll finish up when we come back from our break and take your phone calls. We'll continue talking about the emulsifiers. The emulsifying agent in skin products is the most problematic of all the ingredients. Perhaps the preservative and the fragrances are along with the emulsifiers are the most problematic of all skin product ingredients, and that's why reading an ingredient deck is so important. Understanding how to read an ingredient deck and just reading the ingredient deck. And companies make it difficult sometimes. You shouldn't have a lot of ingredients in your ingredient deck. 5, 6, 10 ingredients max. You certainly don't want 40 or 50. And that's really, if you look at a lot of department store products, and department store products are the most egregious violators, you'll see 40, 50, 60 ingredients in a skin health product. What is that about? It's certainly not about your skin. Anyway, we'll continue our discussion on skin and emulsifiers and lecithin and phospholipids. And the ketogenic diet, we'll talk about some nutrients that you should be using when you're on the ketogenic diet as we continue talking about the ketogenic diet and hormone health and the skin on the bright side. 844-236-6010 is our number, 844-236-6010. Time to hit the phones. Let's go off to, let's see here. Looks like I lost my little phone list. Let's go to Mary in Oregon. Good morning, Mary. What's up? Welcome to the bright side. Mary.
I have 3 quick things.
Okay.
One, I wanted to echo that woman thanking you about us taking baths. My life has changed so much because anytime I'm feeling pain from my flat feet, I just jump in the bath.
Isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing how easy it can be? Just a hot bath, right?
Yes.
What does that tell you? It tells you we're made to be healthy. We're built to be healthy. Just something as simple as hot water can restore our parasympathetic or relaxation nervous system to stress nervous system balance. Thank you for sharing that, Mary. And plus, you know what else, Mary? Not only did it help you with your pain, you actually fought cancer, you actually accelerated or improved your longevity, and you diminished the risks of long-term degenerative diseases as you relax in a nice warm bath. Thank you, Mary. What's going on? How can we help you?
Then there's 2 more things, but they're quick. Like I said, I'm quick today, but I was wondering how the longer time for callers on Fridays, is that still a possibility?
Yeah, we got mixed results on that. I asked folks, for the listeners who don't know, a couple weeks ago, I made a suggestion I was going to have more calls on Friday, and I got letters, and it was about 50-50. Some people said yes, more calls. Some people said no, not more calls. So I don't know what to do. I'm thinking I'm going to go with more calls. You can write me at ben@ksco.com if you want to help me make that decision. More calls on Friday. We'll have like Friday calls where we'll just do an hour of calls or maybe 3 segments of calls, or we just keep things the same. We just do half an hour calls. So I'm still on the fence on that, Mary, to answer your question.
And my question today is, what is that trade-off in the chemical reaction, or what is used up when I'm drinking green tea, the caffeine in the green tea?
Caffeine amps your system up, and you'll burn through all your nutrients. You'll especially burn through a special substance in the body that we don't ever talk about, hardly ever talk about on the program, called ATP, which is your body's energy element. You'll burn through that pretty fast, which is why you crash after you get your initial high off of caffeine. But even more significantly, you burn through your B vitamins and your electrical nutrients. You burn through everything, but especially your electrical nutrients, which is why if you're going to do caffeine, you want to make sure you're drinking, you're sipping on your Beyond Tangy Tangerine along with it, and that way you'll replace your B vitamins and your electrolytes, which are not only burnt up as your body is amped up, as you're firing on all cylinders, but also you're urinating more, so you're peeing out your B vitamins and electrolytes. So you want to replace your Bs and your electrolytes and try to minimize the amount of caffeine you do. Caffeine has some benefits, certainly. It'll keep you perked up, but you will burn through nutrients, and you'll also lose some in your urine. So it's important you replace them. If you're going to drink caffeine in green tea, you can always add some BTT to your green tea. Have you ever done that? Put some Beyond Tangy Tangerine in your green tea? It actually tastes... It makes the taste pretty good, and you'll get some extra Bs and some extra electrolytes. But basically, you're turning on you're amping up your body's energy. You're turning on the engine, so you're burning through gasoline, and the gasoline is the vitamins, the B vitamins, vitamin C, and the electrolytes. So you're going to need to replace those more frequently. Did I answer your question?
Yes, it did. Thank you very much.
Okay, good deal. Thanks, Mary. Have a beautiful day. All right, so let's go to Grace in Miami Beach. What's up, Grace? How you doing?
Yes, good morning. I'm well. How are you?
Good morning. Thank you for asking. I'm doing great. What's cooking today?
One comment on your Truth products. The
Yes.
retinol, I bought it back in June. I bought all your products back in June of last year.
Okay.
And the retinol, using it every other day, the retinol has lasted me. I have just less than half. So if anybody's on the
6 months.
fence about it, it lasts long. Yes.
That's amazing. So you're using it every other day, Grace? You're using it every other day?
Every other day.
That's miraculous. That's 5% retinol you're using every other day. Now, you get flaking? You still get flaking?
Once in a while. Not often, but I see the difference, of course.
Nice.
It's a really nice product, and I use it. I also use it. I got a scar on my leg. I bumped into something really badly, and I've been using all of them, and the scar is lightening up pretty quickly. I'm pretty surprised. So I even use the retinol on it. So
you can use the retinol. That's right. I was going to tell you, the retinol will help lighten the scar. You don't want to put it right on the, when the skin is bruised or the skin's open, cut, right? But as it's healing, the retinol will speed up will reduce the risk of hyperpigmentation and speed up the healing.
Yes, I'm noticing that. So that's
deal.
Great.
Thanks, Grace. I appreciate that.
You're welcome. Thank you. But my question is, when I try to fast, I've done it before, but most recently, I fast. I noticed that in the 20th hour of the fast, I start getting a headache, and if I don't, and then when I go in, if I do the whole 24 fast, and then I eat something, the headache doesn't go away.
Okay.
No, it's not brutal, but it's just very uncomfortable.
Okay, 2 things. If you can get... Well, hang on. We'll answer when we come back from our break, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you, Grace. Okay. All right, we're back on the bright side. 844-236-6010 is our number. We're talking to Grace in Miami Beach. You there, Grace?
Yeah.
Grace. Okay, so a couple things when you have, and it's not uncommon, by the way, fasting headaches are not uncommon. A couple of things. If you can get over the hump, the headaches might go away as your ketones build up. You might not be building ketones up fast enough, and you're going into low blood sugar, and you don't have enough energy, and that'll cause some headaches. So if you can get it over the hump, maybe the headache will go away as the ketones build up. Ketones can help fuel the brain. So you might be able to, the headaches might resolve themselves. You can get over the hump. If not, a couple of things that you can do. One is to make sure you're practicing your slow, deep breathing, focusing on the exhale, not as much the inhale. And this, I know I've said this a lot, but when you're doing your breathing to relax the body, it's the exhale where you actually get the relaxation effects. So you want to inhale. You want to exhale longer than you inhale, and you want to make sure you're doing it slowly. This will allow carbon dioxide, which is extremely important, to kind of build up in the bloodstream. And carbon dioxide is actually what allows the oxygen to get delivered to the blood cells. Headaches are a sign that you're not getting oxygenated. Your brain's not getting oxygenated. So slow, deep breathing, focusing on the exhale, and always use your nose. No, breathe through the nose, eat through the mouth. Do not breathe through the mouth. And then lastly, or not lastly, the second thing you might want to do is drink water. Sometimes dehydration can cause headaches. If you're fasting, you're not drinking enough water, that might help you. And then lastly, a tiny little bit of coconut oil or lemon juice, something to help stabilize your blood sugar might help, or some Suero V even, that might help you as well. So make sure, 4 things. Make sure, or at least try to get over the hump and allow the ketones to build up so you deal with the headache, and then the headache will go away. Second thing, make sure you're breathing correctly, focusing on the exhale, exhaling slowly to allow carbon dioxide to build up in the blood, and then drinking water in case you're dehydrated, and then last but not least, a little lemon juice or maybe a touch of coconut oil or even the Suero V, and that will help stabilize your blood glucose. Is that okay?
Would a glutamine capsule, would that work?
That wouldn't necessarily help you. You could try it. Glutamine's interesting because that can actually be a source of fuel for the intestines. But you could try it. That wouldn't be the first thing I would think about. You try it. Let me know. Let us know how that works. Okay. Thanks so much, Grace.
Right, thank you so much.
Have a beautiful day. Bye-bye. Okay, Andre in California. What's up? Welcome to the bright side.
Hey, good morning, Ben. How are you?
Good morning, my friend. Doing good. Hope you are as well.
Yes, thank you. I talked to you a few weeks ago about Graves' disease.
Yes.
Because that's what I thought I had, but I went did an MRI, and it seems like I have a brain tumor. Nothing to worry about. It's just small pieces, but it's wrapped around my nerve, my optic nerve. I guess that's why my vision is affected.
Oh my goodness.
Anyway, yeah. So what do you suggest? I mean, I know my doctor says either radiation or surgery.
Well, I can't see. I had to see the significance of the tumor, but basically, it's benign. It's a benign tumor, I'm assuming. So basically,
it's about 2 centimeter by 5, I guess.
If it's wrapped around, if it's wrapped around the nerve, they don't want to take it out. They can't take it out surgically?
Well, they can, but he's saying that maybe because it's one of the ends is wrapped around the nerve, so that part he might not be able to take it off.
Yeah, that's a tricky area. That's just a tricky area to do surgery in. I would tell you typically with growths and tumors, there's the nutritional strategies involved keeping your blood sugar down, making sure you're oxygenating, and then pounding the nutrition, especially intravenous nutrition. But seeing as how it's wrapped around the optic nerve like that, and it's in the brain, and it's so delicate, chemotherapy and radiation, they're pretty much. I would, if it was me, that's the way I would be going, due to the location. Here's the thing, though: if you are going to do the chemotherapy or the radiation, it becomes extra important that you take care of your nutrition to help your body heal, and so that you don't have to deal with the massive side effects that both of those things can be associated with, both radiation and chemotherapy. I'm sorry, what were you going to say?
Yeah, that's what I was worried about, chemotherapy and radiation. I'm worried about side effects.
Yes, that's why the nutrition.
Surgery would be, okay, you don't think surgery would be better option?
I think it depends on how how close it is to the optic nerve and to the various structures in the brain. That's a delicate procedure if you're doing surgery, and you got to be super, super careful, obviously. So that's going to be a decision you have to make. But what I can tell you is that if you do opt for surgery or you opt for radiation or chemo, whatever you do, it becomes extra important that you pay close attention to your food and your nutrition, your relaxation techniques, all the things we talk about in this program, lowering your blood sugar, more protein. That's really where nutrition is going to come in for you, is to help you recover and to help minimize the inevitable side effects that will happen with radiation and chemotherapy. I would be doing intravenous nutrition if I were you, intravenous vitamin C, intravenous glutathione, intravenous selenium, pounding the Beyond Tangy Tangerine, making sure you're getting your fats, especially vitamin E, which is very important for brain health. All of these will mitigate and soften the blow from the therapy. And it may be that you need chemo and radiation. I can't tell you that just by talking to you on the radio. So God bless you, my friend.
Question real quick.
Yes.
Question real quick. How can I become a distributor of longevity product underneath your sponsorship?
Easy peasy. Why don't you do this, Andre? We should have a discussion anyway, you and I. Send me an email, ben@ksco.com. Put your phone number in there. Give me a couple days, and I'll call you. We'll have a discussion, okay?
KSCO?
K for King, S for Sam, C for Cat, O for Oscar.
Okay.
Okay, buddy.
KSCO.com. Thank you so much, man. Have a good weekend.
God bless you, my friend. Good luck, Andre. Okay, let's go to Diane in Miami. Got a couple calls from Miami today. What's up, Diane? How you doing?
Yes, I have two things. I learned from that first half hour of yours, so I would hate to see you do away with it. I mean, you have so much information that, I mean, the callers are good, but that information is, oh my God, it's amazing.
Oh,
and
thank you. I appreciate. It's not it's not too much. It's not too overwhelming then, because sometimes people tell me.
Oh my God, I can't get enough of it. You know,
okay,
I even listen to archives. Also, I got 3 of your truth treatments. Okay, and I've been using those. I think it's been a couple of weeks. The time has flown. But my daughter said, "Mom, are you using that stuff from Ben?" And I said, "Yeah, why?" Oh my God, she said, "It's amazing."
That's awesome. Thank you.
Your wrinkles are going away, and I'm 73. And
that's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah,
what are you using? Which ones are you using, Diane?
I'm using the gel. I'm using, in fact, I even have the palm here, Truth Palm.
The Truth Palm.
And you know what? It may cost a few bucks, but to me, it's worth it. I use it all the time. I don't skimp on it.
Thank
to
you.
me, it's like when you find something good. To me, it's like use it.
You deserve it. You deserve it, don't you? I mean, come on.
I agree.
And how long does it last you anyway? They last you like a month, 2 months, right?
Oh, and if it lasts less than that, it's worth it. I mean, I just love it. And when my daughter noticed it, it was like, and I've been trying to get her on it. She's using it, but she has sensitive skin, so the retinol gel, it kind of made. It made that stuff on her face, like little flashes on her face. But I said to her, that's because it's working,
Right. Have her use, one of the neat things about the omega-6 healing cream is it works in conjunction with the retinol. The retinol and the omega-6 healing cream work together. So if you do most people won't get irritated. Every once in a while, some people, if they have sensitive skin, they'll have a little irritation. Use the omega-6 healing cream afterwards. Retinol 5% is powerful stuff. It ain't for the timid, that's for sure. But on the other hand, we were just talking to Grace, and she's using it every other day. So it all kind of depends on your skin. But I didn't want to, you don't want to skimp with, like you just said, why skimp? I didn't want to skimp on the ingredients, and I didn't want to skimp on the activity of the product. That's why I made the product so active. I figured you can use it less, and I'll make the products more active, and then you get your money's worth. Thank you so much for sharing that, Diane. I appreciate it.
I agree. Thank you.
Okay, take care. Have a beautiful day. Okay, let's see if we get one more call in. Kelly in Minneapolis, what's going on? Welcome to the bright side.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing good. Thank you for calling. What's up? How can we help you?
Yeah, thank you. So I have a teenage boy. He's 13, and he is having some issues with acne and dandruff, and I'm wondering what I can do. Okay,
couple things. Now, it's a little bit more. We only have about a minute, so I'm just going to give you a couple things that you do right away, and you'll notice a difference. Zinc, 50 milligrams a day. Zinc picolinate, Picolinate. Second, vitamin A, 20,000 international units a day. Third, NAC, or NAC, 500 milligrams a day. Fourth, make sure you're paying attention to blood sugar spiking foods and eliminating them as best as possible. 5, stay away from anything that causes digestive health issues, including milk, dairy, and gluten. And there's tons more, Kelly, but I'm just flat out of time. But if you do those, you should notice a difference. Last thing, you might want to try some selenium, 400 micrograms a day. Hey, that's all the time we have for today. I apologize, folks, if I left you on hold. I'm Pharmacist Ben. Have an awesome, beautiful, spectacular, wonderful day. We'll talk to y'all later, folks. Bye for now.
Have you checked your Google search results lately? Search results are usually the first impression that people form of you or your business, so make sure that they create a positive impression with ReputationDefender.com. What the internet says about you can have a big impact on your life and your livelihood, even if it's not true. Fortunately, you can now control how you look online and in online search results with ReputationDefender.com. Call 800-831-0771 now. That's 800-831-0771 for your free reputation analysis. If you have negative material from an ex-employee, upset patient, or former client, newspaper article, legal issue, social media, or other source showing up in your search results, you can combat it with ReputationDefender.com. Our dedicated experts in patented technology can help make your online search results look their best. Call 800-831-0771 to learn more. 800-831-0771. That's 800-831-0771. Or visit ReputationDefender.com.
I'm Nick Soboleski, a Select Quote agent with a true story that could save you hundreds of dollars a year. A woman named Linda just called. Her husband, Ray, has a $300,000 group life insurance policy, but is changing jobs and can't take it with him. Well, I impartially shopped the highly rated term life insurance companies we represent and found Ray, who is 41 and takes medication to control his cholesterol, a 10-year, $500,000 policy for under $26 a month. That's almost twice the coverage for less than half of what he had paid. If SelectQuote hasn't shopped for your life insurance, you're probably paying too much.
For your free quote, call 1-800-403-4885. That's 1-800-403-4885. 1-800-403-4885. Or go to SelectQuote.com. We shop, you save. Get full details on the example policy at SelectQuote.com/commercials. Your price could vary depending on your health, issuing company, and other factors. Not available in all states.
Paid non-attorney spokesperson Adam Pulaski of the Pulaski Law Firm with principal office in Houston, Texas is the attorney responsible for the content of this ad. This ad is not legal advice, and the choice of a lawyer should not be based solely upon advertisement. Services may not be available in all states. Attention Xarelto users. If you or a loved one took Xarelto and suffered a serious bleeding event, you may be entitled to financial compensation. Xarelto is a popular prescription blood thinner used to prevent blood clots and protect patients from strokes. These serious bleeding events have led to numerous cases of hospitalization and even death. Phone lines are open 24/7. Call 800-261-0937. That's 800-261-0937.
Sciatica, lower back pain, hip pain, poor posture. If you suffer from any of these problems, get ready to relax. Introducing an amazing product that's been in the market for over 25 years, the Sacro Wedgie. It was invented by a football coach using a common-sense osteopath technique. He created this device to help his athletes by isolating and supporting the sacrum, which is the keystone of our anatomy. This wedge-shaped bone is in the center of our hips, where a lot of pain starts. Simply relax 20 minutes daily on the amazingly simple Sacro Wedgie and let gravity do the work, helping muscles rebalance and start releasing nerves. Sit in the Sacro Wedgie at the computer or while traveling to help correct posture to finally help relieve those stubborn aches and pains for only $33.95. It's made in the USA, so click the family-owned website at sacrowedgie.com, spelled SACROWEDGY.com, or call 1-800-737-9295. That's 1-800-737-9295. Relax your back pain away with the Sacro Wedgie.
Bad news, Americans. You're probably stockpiling for a disaster all wrong. When the big one comes, you'll need more than that poisonous, oversalted survival food you now see everywhere. There are 3 vital things that your survival food is missing, and it's the first thing to disappear from grocery stores. Go to superfoodradio.com now to see my story of how I nearly died when I was forced to live on a popular survival food. That's superfoodradio.com, and I'll show you how everything you've been told about survival food is dead wrong. Go to superfoodradio.com now.
Dr. Joel Wallach here. If you're a baby boomer and you're worried about the big epidemics coming, and I'm not talking about the bird flu or the swine flu, I'm talking about epidemics of Alzheimer's disease, heart disease, obesity, diabetes, arthritis, cancer. That's because the 80 million baby boomers followed all the advice of doctors, and Houston, we have a problem.
See Dr. Wallach live in Farmington, New Mexico, Thursday, May 12th at 7 p.m. Go to www.cdocinfarmington.com. That's www.cdocinfarmington.com.
Many scientific studies have linked inflammation in the human body to several common health challenges suffered by Americans every day.
This idea about essential fatty acids getting turned into inflammatory or non-inflammatory chemicals. If you're dealing with an inflammatory issue like arthritis, and many diseases and many immune conditions have inflammatory components. If you have any inflammatory issues, essential fatty acids are maybe the most important nutritional supplements you could use. If you have fat absorption problems, you're going to want to take your EFAs with digestive enzymes, with fatty meals. It can also help improve your ability to process and absorb these super mega important nutritional compounds, essential fatty acids.
To keep inflammation at a minimum in your body, do what Ben Fuchs does and order Ultimate EFAs and Ultimate EFA Plus from Longevity by calling 866-735-2470. That's 866-735-2470. Or on the web at brightsideben.com. That's brightsideben.com. Order today.
Hunters, anglers, campers, and survivalists. Get back to nature. Expand your horizons with the highest quality, most versatile, unique slingshots and sling bows on the market at slingbow.com. Sling bow products are compact and models start from just $17.98. They're perfect for your bug out bag or storing in your vehicle. Give yourself and your loved ones the excitement and tradition of sling bow. A new frontier in archery and truly modern twist on this primitive survival tool. Feel the thrill only at slingbow.com.
Serious investors and traders want to make 81% return in 60 seconds? Use the same secret algorithm professional hedge fund managers use to make billions of dollars of profits. Turn $250 into $4,903 in just 7 clicks of a mouse. Our tool is so simple that my 82-year-old grandmother can use it to make insane stock market profits. Go to BigBuckRiches.com. Watch the free video before the hedge funds make us take it down. Go to BigBuckRiches.com. From the Robert Allen System, current returns not indicative of future results.
Are your Google search results killing you? Unflattering content in blogs, news articles, online reviews, social media, or other sources can jeopardize your reputation, your business, and your livelihood. Let Reputation.com help. Our patented technology will make the truth about you more visible while pushing down unwanted negative content. Improve your Google search results. Call Reputation.com at 1-800-831-0771 for a free consultation. That's 800-831-0771.
Are you tired of commuting to a job that makes someone else rich, working harder than ever, but getting nowhere? Do you hate spending hundreds of dollars every week on daycare, having someone else raise your children? With our opportunities, you can start earning money as soon as next week. You get to be the boss, work from home, and live a happier life. At Be the Boss Network, you'll find hundreds of work-from-home opportunities that you can literally start today and be earning money as soon as next week. Go to freedom106.com and start earning money as soon as next week. You get to be the boss. Get out of the rat race. Work from home. Go to freedom106.com right now and change your life today. That's freedom106.com. Go to freedom106.com and start earning money as soon as next week. You be the boss. Go to freedom106.com.
This is Sharon Hunt. Before using Heart and Body Extract, my energy level was very, very low. I could only walk a few feet and then would have to sit down. I was tired and lethargic. But after taking Heart and Body Extract, my energy level has improved greatly, and I can now walk longer distances without getting tired so fast. Thank you, Heart and Body Extract.
Learn the secrets of an effective, natural, 100% organic nutritional supplement for a healthy heart and circulation at hbextract.com.
There's a man named Dr. Joel Wallach who is anything but your typical doctor, both a veterinarian and naturopathic physician. Doc asks, why does the United States spend more money on healthcare by far and still rank 50th in health and longevity worldwide? He believes that people should empower themselves with a basic understanding of nutrition, take charge of their health, and attain optimal health and longevity through nutrition, not by toxic prescription drugs that lead to side effects and more toxic prescription drugs. drugs. Doc Wallach's message is resonating with an increasing number of Americans who are waking up to all the big government, big pharma, and big insurance manipulation of our healthcare system. I'm George Norrie, and I like what Doc Wallach is saying and doing to enlighten people about health care. Visit brightsideben.com and listen to Doc Wallach's Deadly Recipes lecture. It makes a lot of sense, and I urge you to join the Brightside Ben team. Go to brightsideben.com. That's brightsideben.com.
My dad was 59 when he collapsed from a heart attack late last year. Just this past August was when we spread his ashes on the St. Croix River. I loved my dad, but boy was he stubborn. He hadn't been to the doctor in over 25 years. His excuse? He simply couldn't afford it. He wasn't a rich man by any means. At less than $107 per month, libertyoncall.org would have been the perfect alternative for my father. Don't wait. Go to libertyoncall.org right now, for not just your sake, but for the sake of your loved ones. Again, that's libertyoncall.org.
It's about time something new came along for better selling and buying online. And I found it.
What now, Marge?
It's buysellmakeoffer.com.
Never heard of it.
It's a brand new company. That's why you've never heard of it. It's the newest and best way to sell any products online. I did all the research.
Sell my car?
Yes.
Our home?
Yep.
My golf bag?
Your golf clubs. All of them.
How about your purse collection hoard?
Hey, now.
You said any product.
Right. I did. We get 30 days free.
Really?
Packages starting from only $7.95. And buysellmakeoffer.com will never charge item fees ever. Never. And this is cool. Listen to this. You can even use Skype or video to show your items.
That's cool.
Yes. All we have to do is go to the website, sign up, and then load our stuff to sell. I love this site.
Buysellmakeoffer.com.
Buysellmakeoffer.com. You got it?
Buysellmakeoffer.com.
Buysellmakeoffer.com. Better selling, better buying.